Got into fire protection in the mid-70s. Spent 30 years in the fire service, actually, primarily being involved in fire suppression for the Hoffman Estates Fire Department. Started as a firefighter, worked my way up through the ranks of paramedics and various management roles, and eventually became a battalion chief and ran one of the shifts for most of the time I was there. I also spent a couple years running the Fire Prevention Bureau, which was really my first exposure at something other than the suppression end of the business. About 4 years after I started at the fire department, one of our members made me aware of a job opening for the city of Woodstock, Illinois, who was looking for a full-time firefighter who might have some interest in conducting fire inspections on a part-time basis. So I drove up there and attended an interview and was lucky enough to get the job. And I've been there now for 34 years. I got involved in doing fire inspections and just about any other code-related work that the city asked me to do, including for a short period of time running the entire building department when they needed someone to do so. I currently run the Building and Life Safety Division of the company, and we're responsible for basically doing all the reviews and handling consulting projects that are not related directly to fire protection. We will do building plan reviews from the ground up, all the way from the foundation to the roof. We will, which means the building, the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing reviews, handicap accessibility. We also handle all the life safety reviews, where those reviews are a little more focused, not so much in the building itself as in the means of egress and safety within the structure. I guess the most common question that we get in this division is, when is our project going to be done? We strive for a 10-day business turnaround, which we are pretty successful at for our first review, and 5 days on our second and subsequent reviews. The question that we often get also is how many sets of plans or drawings that we need to do for the review. Now, we normally only need one drawing, but the municipality, it's really up to them how many drawings get sent to our office, because it comes down to how many drawings do they want to have sealed that are returned to their office when we're done with them. So most of the towns, typically it's 3 sets of plans sealed, and other times it may be a lesser number, although we do have one municipality that wants 7 sets of drawings come in. So we really work with our clients. They tell us how many they need, and that's what we look for from submitters. Another question often comes up is, can a submitter direct submit to FSCI in our office? And that really also is a client-by-client basis. Almost every one of our clients requires that the first set of submittals be run through the municipality. Some of our municipalities then allow subsequent submittals to be made directly to FSCI, while others of them still require that all subsequent submittals go through the municipality before they come to our office. I'm also involved heavily in training with the company. I represent the company as an instructor on fire alarm systems for the National Fire Protection Association, where I will deliver their fire alarm classes. I'm one of several instructors nationally that do that. So I do travel around the country frequently for the NFPA, delivering the National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code classes, inspection, testing, and maintenance classes related to NFPA 72. And also I deliver the fire alarm classes for the Illinois Fire Inspectors Association, the plan review, basic and intermediate plan review classes. Currently going to be delivering an inspection, testing, and maintenance class in the near future, and also travel to various inspectors groups delivering classes on NFPA 72, NFPA 3 and 4. All 3 of those documents I'm a committee member on, so I'm including being the chair of one of the committees for NFPA 72. Recently, I was in Nashville presenting a class on NFPA 4, which is a brand new standard. It's the standard for integrated testing of fire protection and life safety systems. And I was able to speak in front of about 120 individuals on a particular day, of which none of the 120 even recognized that this was a brand new standard being developed by NFPA. And I guess I asked the audience as much this question as they probably could have asked me, and how did that document affect them, or how will it affect them in the future? And my presentation really was geared on explaining to them how the document will help the AHJs, the fire inspectors, building inspectors in the future, and what their role will be in that document. And my involvement on the technical committee for NFPA 4 gives me a lot of insight on how the document was developed, as I sit in the entire process for the development of the document. So they almost didn't know what to ask because they hadn't heard of the document. It was my job to let them know what that document was and how it would affect them.